Live. Hey yo. Right. Well, how's it going? Let's put a poll in here. Question of the day. Start a Q&A. Answer viewer questions live. Oh, that's kind of cool. Well, we're going to start with a poll. Will we see Moff Gideon in this episode? We sure as heck better. I'm gonna be disappointed if not. Yo, when does it come out? Death Watch Mandalorian. It should be out in the next 20 minutes. It usually comes out. I'm in Mountain Time, so usually for me it comes out 1 a.m. But it's usually a little bit earlier, so I would bet you in 20 minutes it's out. Hey yo. What up, Cole? Are you talking about this live stream video? Well, I'm glad it's great. I haven't done anything yet. Just kind of waiting for this Mando episode to drop, and we are crossing our fingers that it's going to be an awesome one. I did put a poll up in the chat. Will we see Moff Gideon in this episode? It's 4:30 a.m. for you? Ooh. So you should be getting it soon. Well, we all get it at the same time, but 4:30 a.m. Did you just wake up or are you staying up late? I feel like if we don't see Moff Gideon, I'm gonna. I mean, I trust that this story is going to be good. I personally did not like last week's episode, but I'm still. Oh, 4:30 p.m. Oh, okay. What part of the world? Where are you? You must be on the other side of the world than I am. I guess I could easily Google, but 4:30 p.m. So you're okay. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are we gonna get like some sort of romantic relationship between Bo and Din? Oh, you're in Australia? My right, AU is Australia, right? I'm not just being dumb. Um yeah, I don't know. Do you guys think that they're going to do some sort of romantic relationship with Bo and Din? It's one of those things where it's like I've made a few videos where talking about how I think that they're going to rule together, but the whole romantic relationship side of it, I just don't. It feels forced to do that. It feels awkward. I mean, obviously she's Mando mommy, but the romantic part of it just feels like it'll be an awkward addition to the show. But I do think that they will um, need each other in whatever whatever their future is. So I think the Bo-Katan is going to obviously lead right here in the short term, but I don't know. I don't see her being the long-term ruler of Mandalore. 6:30 p.m. Okay, so you guys are all different parts of the world. So what is this Q&A thing? I'm going to start this Q&A thing, and I'm not sure what it totally is, but I'd like to say something. What do I say? Let's start. What is your favorite Star Wars movie? Start Q&A. Did that just get rid of the chat though? Oh, you guys can see me typing all that. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, there's 5 votes. 20% of you say that we will not see. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to end this Q&A because it just got rid of the chat, it seems like. Book of Boba Fett. What are you saying? That's your favorite Star Wars? Because I just asked that question. Favorite Star Wars movie? Technically, Book of Boba Fett's a show, but I did a video today, um, talking through basically how to watch Star Wars. Um, I mean, essentially, it was a video I did almost exclusively for one of my buddies who I work with, who was like, has no idea how to start watching Star Wars because there's so much to it. Grogu's mom in the Mandalorian. That's Bo-Katan. They've been hinting, like giving her so many Mando mom moments. I mean, even like, what was it, the episode where they're all training on the beach and Din's like kind of pushing Grogu, and um he walks away, and Bo's like, it's okay, like my dad was harsh too, like super like mom moment. And so they're definitely setting her up to be some sort of Mando mom. Well, Grogu probably does have a mother. I say probably because I guess we don't technically know where he came from. Anakin didn't have a father, so in Star Wars, who knows? So let's see. We got So what have you guys been keeping up with all the announcements from Star Wars Celebration this last weekend? If so, what is your what are you most excited for? Yeah, let's let's talk about that for like 10 minutes. Let's talk about all the things that are coming. I think that I've got a couple things that I'm very excited about. I obviously am very excited about Ahsoka. That trailer just blew my mind. It's been a while since I've been super, super excited. What up, Darth Pikachu? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. We're just talking about new announcements from Star Wars Celebration while we wait for the Mando episode to drop. The Vintage Collection. Wait, what is that? Gotta look that. Hello, hello, hello there. Death Watch Mandalorian. What is the Vintage Collection? Action. Oh, is that the new Hasbro stuff? Okay. Hold on, let me. Okay, let's check this out real quick. Let's check this out. General Kenobi. Is Yaddle Grogu's mom? I think so. I think that Yaddle is Grogu's. I think that Yoda and Yaddle, I've seen it pronounced different ways, but it's my theory. Well, it's not my theory. I think plenty of people have this theory, so I'm not claiming it as an original one, but I think that much like Kiadi Mundi, perhaps Yaddle and Yoda got an exception to the Jedi's rule against like well sex and marriage, and I think that they probably got the exception in order to like procreate and further their species. If you didn't know, like in Legends, Kiadi Mundi had 5 wives, I think, and he was allowed this exception because the Syrian people, that's who his species, the species he was belonged to, they had really low birth rates. So he was essentially, the Jedi Order gave him permission to have children in order to help his species. So I think that probably that's I could see that being something that Yoda and Yaddle were granted, and but boy, I mean I guess I don't know how Yoda's species ages, but I mean that would put him 800 years old doing the deed. Okay, Death Watch Mandalorian. I'm looking at these vintage series or the vintage collection action figures, and these are sick. These are really cool. The Return of the Jedi Luke looks pretty sweet. Oh, okay, and they've got Tusken Warrior from Oh, it looks like they've got a lot of like Book of Boba Fett, Mando stuff, Cassian Andor. Okay. Wow, yeah, these are cool. I'll have to check those out. Haviz, is that how you say it? Haviz, is that how you say your name? Uh, Ezra Bridger. Yeah, I mean, if you saw in the trailer, Sabine is looking at a hollow image of Ezra. I obviously there is no way of knowing for sure that he will be coming back until he comes back, but almost everything is pointing towards Ezra Bridger coming back in Ahsoka. So that's sick. Boba in this episode? I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm not I'm not sure. I think Boba Fett will come back in The Mandalorian at some point. Perhaps he comes back in the finale. Because I think what's going to happen here's what I think is going to happen. And again, at this point, none of these thoughts are original. I mean, we've had a whole season of this show to everyone theorize on the internet, but my thoughts based on what I've been seeing people and say and what I've thought myself is probably what's going to happen is the Night Owls, Axe Woves and all of them, they're going to come back and to Navarro. There's going to be some tension between the Night Owls and the Children of the Watch, but ultimately they'll have to set their differences aside because the Empire will show up. They'll probably have to fight against the Empire, and that's probably where we'll see Moff Gideon. And maybe in an effort to fight back against the Empire, they will have to once again ask other people they know outside, people like Boba Fett, maybe people like Ahsoka, for help. Something like that. So I think that there is definitely a place for Boba Fett to show up in this show and in the next 2 episodes. Will they do it? I don't know, but I think there's a place for sure. Yeah, is Ahsoka Tano Luke's aunt? You know, um, not by blood, but I don't know. Maybe. I'm sure if Anakin hadn't turned to the dark side and he and Padme had lived a happy life and raised Luke and Leia, I'm sure that it would have been pretty easy for Luke and Leia to look at Uncle Obi-Wan, Aunt Ahsoka, all that, but not by blood. All right, guys, what do we got in this poll? 89% of you think that we will see Moff Gideon. 11% say we will not. If you voted, we will not. You could be onto something. If I was allowed to vote in my own poll, which apparently I can't, that's interesting, I would have voted yes. I think it'll be at the end. I think that most of this episode is going... This episode, I think, is going to focus a lot on the coming together of all the Mandalorians. And actually, I wouldn't be surprised if real quickly they, within the first 10 minutes of the episode, we're actually moving maybe back to Mandalore, maybe? I wouldn't be surprised. They just kind of set up Navarro as like a place of, hey, we're going to be here for a little bit. But I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they all load up and go to Mandalore pretty quick, and then the Empire's right on them. All right. Well. let's check if this is here. It's 12:50 a.m. for me, which is about the time that the episodes usually drop. So let's see if we have it. Yeah, chapter 7 or chapter 23, episode 7. So it's 53 minutes. You got to factor in intro and recap and like credits. It's probably like a 45 minutes of actual episode time. Okay, so there's a few new people here. Here's how this goes. I'm going to start my episode and then I'm going to start this stopwatch that's right above my head somewhere over here. And that's just kind of a way to help us all track where we're at so we can all kind of watch it together. Drop anything wild in the comments. And then, we'll spend a little bit of time afterwards reacting to it and talking about it. So I'm going to get the episode started. I'll get this stopwatch going. Grab your snacks. Yeah, if you've got snacks or anything, let us know in the chat what you're snacking on or drinking. I've got a caffeinated beverage and some branched chain amino acids, and then some cottage cheese. So here's the stopwatch. We're going, hitting play on the episode. Let's get into it. Oh yeah. These recaps are always a giveaway for what's coming. Wow, they're recapping a lot. It means they're going to cover a lot. Okay. Oh, that timer stop. There he is. Hmm. Whoa. What are these? Moff Gideon's got all the toys. Nice. What? Awesome. Yeah, he's looking extra armored out. That's so cool that Pelion is in this. I'm glad that they're using him. That was a cool intro. Drake Isaac, hello. How you doing? No, I have not ever been told I sound like Star Wars Theory. I do not have that deep baritone or whatever. I don't have that nice soothing voice. Glad you're doing good, man. I wonder how this meeting is going to go between these two factions. I can't imagine it's going to go smoothly. Hmm. Yes, he's back. Oh, So Grogu. Oh, somebody in one of my videos recently commented that Grogu would wear IG-11 as armor. I gotta find that comment because they were spot. That was not even on my radar. That's cool. That's awesome. Okay, this is funny. Grogu's first words. Mm. Yes. Yes, let's spam yes. That's good. I like that scene. Hmm. Okay, is everyone gonna go? Hmm. That's a big deal that she's gonna go. Do you guys trust the armorer? I don't want to give anything away, Mint, but there's a good chance. What? Is it those things that attacked Din the first time he was here? Oh, it's other. Is it other Mandalorians? Survivors, maybe? Who is this? I don't think we know them. Hmm. What? Hmm. Hmm. She finally gets it. Hmm. Oh, the Empire's going to be here. I feel it. Just going to break through that storm, and Empire's going to be on their fleet. Axe Wolves and Paz Vizsla being buddies is probably my favorite. Grogu coming in with the nose. Didn't keep saying that. Yeah, that's why Jedi Mandalorian is going to be key. And the Empire is there. Or about to be. Oh, did the stopwatch just stop? Oh, it's been stopped for a while. Well, oops. There it is. Okay. What? What is that? That's not the mythosaur, but jeez. Oh, what? Imperial Super Commandos. They're wearing Beskar. Okay. I bet you they're clones too. They're for sure clones. Let's get that dark saber, Bo. No, you don't need that little vibroblade. The Empire's already here. Oh. Is it just Din out there? And then Moff Gideon. Oh. Oh. Okay. He's looking very, very Darth Vader meets Mandalorian. Oh, he's even got the same jumpsuit that Vader has. Did he clone himself? Gideon's a wild man. Oh, oh, you haven't watched it yet. Oh, okay. Well, oh no. Oh no. Dang. Okay. Whoa! Oh. Wow. Teared up a little bit, actually. That was really good. Bo Jar, and I'm sorry if I spoil anything for you, but it is a watch party, so we're. Huh. I'm a I am a sucker for anytime there's a sacrifice play in a show or movie. Wow. That was a good episode. There's a lot to unpack there. Let's stop that. Wow. Oh man. That was a good episode. Bojarin, I hope you get the chance to watch it here pretty soon. Because it was good. What'd you guys think? If you watched it, give me a rating out of 10. What'd you think out of 10? If you haven't watched it, when are you going to watch it? That's the question. Wow, I'm kind of just 12 hours to wait. Yeah, this episode went to 11 faux show. Wow. So that might be. I gotta watch it again. I always need to rewatch before I can give a solid rating. But I'd almost give that one a 9. 10 being the end of season 2 when Luke Skywalker returned. But yeah, that was just good. So much happened. Seriously, fire episode. Wow, I'm I'm a I'm a little bit at a loss for words just because I'm replaying through and replaying through in my mind all the things that we got from this episode. But man, I'll I'll be honest, I that ending really got me a little bit emotional. Yeah, this episode was Beskar solid. Bo Jarin, I don't want to tell you if you didn't watch it. But yeah, it was emotional. It was good. But wow, so to be honest, I did not see that coming with Moff Gideon. That's interesting. But Bo Jarin, I'm gonna, and anyone else who hasn't watched it, I'm just gonna be honest. The next 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll end the stream. But I do want to talk about some of the specifics. So if you don't want spoilers, hop off. And thanks for joining us. Glad that you joined us in the chat. But I'm gonna give a fair spoiler warning. Man, I like. Okay, so first of all, super cool that we got that Imperial. What did they call it? The Shadow Council? Is that what they called it in the beginning? Moff Gideon was meeting with all the other Imperial warlords. They called it the Shadow Council. So they're all waiting for Grand Admiral Thrawn to return, and basically be leader. But I got the feeling that Gideon would have been okay if Grand Admiral Thrawn never showed up, and the vacancy of heir to the Empire could be his. I kind of got that feeling from him. See you, Bo Jarin. But that was cool. Pelion, Captain Pelion. That was a cool name drop for me. If you guys have read the Heir to the Empire novels by Timothy Zahn, the old ones that are now legends, Pelion's the captain that serves with Thrawn during this era. If you've read the canon Thrawn novels, not the Ascendancy ones. There's 3 Thrawn novels at this point. But the ones that take place chronologically, like right before the original trilogy or kind of in the Empire era, Eli Vanto is kind of his right-hand officer, but Pelion is the officer that serves with Thrawn in Heir to the Empire. That's cool. That was a good name drop for me. I enjoyed that. Yeah, seriously. What's up, JT? Yeah, I don't think that they're gonna kill Din. I don't think Din is a character they're gonna get rid of. I know that a lot of people think that they're setting up Bo-Katan to essentially replace him, but I don't think they're actually going to do that. That was sick. Okay, so real quick, my favorite takeaways, big takeaways from this episode. Thrawn is coming. And maybe at the end of this season. Who knows? Maybe next week we'll see a little bit of Thrawn. So that's a takeaway. Obviously, the Children of the Watch and the Night Owls aren't going to get along super well. But it's also they don't know each other very well. So that's going to be maybe a rocky relationship as they build Mandalore, but I think this episode was probably something that is really going to bring them closer together. Yeah, those new troopers were dope, like super cool. So they are dark troopers. So what I gathered from them, they are dark troopers with Beskar armor that is obviously Mandalorian influenced. I mean, it really is reminiscent to the Imperial Super Commandos in Rebels, but Beskar armor. And then the key thing that is there, but it sounded like they're all clones of Moff Gideon. He said the best part of this new phase of Dark Troopers is that all of them have him inside. He talked a little bit more about the cloning, and I need to go rewatch that because I feel like I maybe missed a detail, but at first watch through, to me it sounded like Gideon cloned himself, and that is his newest version of the Dark Troopers. Himself cloned in Beskar armor. And then he's got the Beskar armor, of course, that really looks like you took the Mandalorians and Vader and put them in, created a Mandalorian suit of armor out of that. That was kind of cool. Yeah, so, and then Bo also, we found out how she gave up the Darksaber to Gideon. So it sounded like she relinquished the Darksaber because as like part of negotiations. So him as a clone is what I thought too. Yeah, to be honest, that was not on my radar. I didn't think that would be something they'd do. I just didn't think of that. Yeah, that's cool. I wonder if anyone had that theory that Gideon would clone himself and kind of create some new dark troopers that way. So we still don't know how he got free. We don't know which Mandalorians freed him from. No, we do, actually, right? So that means his new dark troopers are the ones that freed him from Republic custody. That shuttle that Carson Teva found that had a piece of Beskar lodged in the side, that would have been from one of his new dark troopers, right? Because they have Beskar armor. So it wasn't Mandalorians that freed him, it was his dark troopers. Interesting. Good stuff. Paz Vizsla. Man, what a sacrifice play. That was cool. I really am a sucker for sacrifice plays like that. And yeah, that was cool. Kind of a good way to end his character, I think. He's always been a character of honor whose main goal was to look out for his tribe, and he ultimately did that. And I think that's kind of a cool way of him seeing, essentially, I mean, he sacrificed himself not just for the children of the Watch, but also so that the Night Owls could get out of there, which is cool. Hopefully we'll get a little of that story when he interrogated Din. Next episode, he wrote himself a great death scene. Yeah, so I guess, so last season ended with, wow, okay. The parallels to last season and this season are starting to line up. We ended last season with Din going to rescue Grogu. Are we going to flip the script and get Grogu as IG-12 going to rescue Din now from Moff Gideon? That could be cool. What? Are we going to see Grogu as IG-12 wielding the Darksaber? That'd be kind of cool. Good baby. We didn't. Oh, how about that scene too, where Din basically told Bo, like, "Hey, Darksaber or not, like, I'm not following you because of any item or relic or symbol or anything like that. It's her character and honor that makes her a worthy leader." That's cool. I think that's going to be an essential shift for the Mandalorian people, that they rally behind a leader, Bo-Katan, because of her honor and character and who she is, not, oh, she has the Darksaber. So I think at this point, actually, Gideon views the Darksaber as a weakness, but the Darksaber it's got no power anymore, because I think that these Mandalorians are shifting, and Matthew Lafferty, I semi-geeked when I heard Pelion. Yeah, I did too. You can go back on the stream if you didn't see it already, and I geeked for sure. I got, where are they? Got my Heir to the Empire box set right here. Super excited. I just finished a reread through them because, it feels like they've really been drawing on those stories recently. So I had to reread them and get them fresh in my mind, and super good. But yeah, hearing that Pelion is now canon, essentially. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is the first canon mention of Pelion, right? Regardless, super cool. He said her song hadn't been written yet. Man, I am really excited for where this era of Star Wars story is headed. I think that, and we'll always have, when they go with this TV format, we'll always have, some episodes like last week that maybe didn't hit home for me. If you liked last week's episode, that's totally fine. Didn't hit home for me. Anyways, what I'm saying is, I think overall the story that The Mandalorian and Ahsoka, those shows are telling right now in this little New Republic era is really exciting to me, and I'm very hopeful for the stories and what we're gonna get moving forward. Hello, Kieran. Episodes be lit. Yeah, dude. Super good episode. What else? Those of you that have been in the chat for a little bit, what did I miss? What were some of the big takeaways? Talked about, obviously, the Imperial Warlords, Thrawn's returning. We talked about the Night Owls and Children of the Watch and kind of their dynamic with each other. Talked about Bo-Katan, I think really earning the respect of both parties, regardless of does she have the Darksaber or not, or at least Din's loyalty, regardless of the Darksaber. Giant lizard fight, yeah, that was pretty wild. the droid planet from last week is going to play into the bigger story still. How so? I'm curious. I could see that, and you know, I my videos from last week, I didn't react super positively to the amount of cameos that last week's episode had. But what I will say is I do enjoy Jack Black. And also, like, Lizzo's story is pretty cool. Her father, who passed away, introduced her to Star Wars, so it was a big deal for her to be able to get onto Star Wars. So, like, very happy for them. I think for me, just the number of cameos in one episode this far into a season took me out of it. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about. Now, this isn't confirmed, but some people say episode 7 starts with Moff Gideon meeting with the Shadow Council. It is now confirmed, because we did see that in episode 7. Yeah, this is if you're just joining, the chat, the stream, we have already watched the episode, so we are talking about spoilers here. Just a fair warning to anyone who hasn't seen the episode yet. I don't want you to be caught off guard by that. Yeah, good episode. Yeah. I was recapping the big takeaways, and then I gotta end the stream and work on some sort of a video, perhaps. But let's see. We got we talked about Bo-Katan, Darksaber. So yeah, yeah. Hey, thanks for dropping by though, Kieran. Enjoy the episode when you get to it. Hopefully nothing too crazy got spoiled for you. Maybe the Mandalorians are going to need some of those battle droids to fight Moff Gideon. Okay. Yeah, I see. Maybe go back and repurpose those droids, because I mean, at the end of the day, Jack Black's essentially got a standing army of battle droids. I could see that. That seems like something very in line with kind of how they've been telling stories in these shows. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening for sure. Yeah, honestly, the more I think about it, I think that it actually is a very big deal that Moff Gideon is trying to get the Darksaber, still wants the Darksaber from Bo-Katan. Because, yeah, he was like, hey, give me the Darksaber and tell all these people that the planet is mine. And I think that at this point, for all the Mandalorians, Darksaber doesn't matter. It's about the person. There's some symbolism there, though, that the Darksaber was the thing that literally cut them a path to freedom. But cool. Well, I'm gonna end the stream here here in a couple minutes, so that I can get working on some other videos and go to sleep. But super good episode. Thanks for hanging. Those of you that are hanging in the chat and all that. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope that you're able to rewatch it and get some more enjoyment from it, because it was a really good episode. Really excited for Star Wars right now. All right. Have a great rest of your afternoon, night, morning. We're all over the place. So catch you next week in the watch party.